Would you introduce
And
us to the next match, please?
next, we have the Raw Women's Championship, the first of two women's championships tonight. Well, on
On
Saturday.
Saturday. Thank you.
On Saturday,
It's not day one, Big D.
no. But we got Becky Bianca versus the champ Becky Lynch.
Becky Bianca. Oh, you just called her Becky Bianca.
Did I? No, I said
Yeah.
Becky Lynch.
No, no, you said Becky Bianca.
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Well, the good
I
thing
don't
about
think so.
recording is we can go back and listen.
Yeah. Well, I would bet 20 toilet papers.
Oh,
Becky,
okay. He's
Becky
betting toilet papers already. He's getting okay. Getting some two ply. But anyway, we got
All right, so
Beyonce and
here's another feud that comes back stemming from SummerSlam. Um, it got better as it got closer. Um, wow, Becky Lynch is on top of her game. Um, I've enjoyed Becky since she's come back. I like the heel version that she's taken on. Um,
it doesn't matter if she's heel or not.
no, it doesn't. But it's kind of like I don't know if I want to see her be a face again. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen, but um, then when we get there, then we'll see a new type of face and see how that works. But right now, I'm really enjoying her as a heel.
Mm.
Um, I still don't really know about Bianca. I still don't really know how I feel about Bianca. I guess
I
maybe
heard somebody I forgot. I was watching somebody's kind of recap over night one. I forget
uh,
who it was. It was one of the podcasts on YouTube. And I just remembered this. Somebody, like one of the people in the crowd said Bianca was a Dollar General version of Sasha Banks.
yeah,
And I was like, that's kind of harsh. I don't think so. I have a theory as to why she's just kind of like, just not quite there yet. And you tell me what you think, because I know you and I are kind of on the same page here as far as Bianca, but I think that Bianca Belair is so for the kids
okay.
that I feel that that's the part that's tripping us up.
Mm, okay.
She's like cookie cutter baby.
Right, right.
So it's that there's a part of
And,
her that's not there.
and that's like the real her.
Or they could be, yeah. It could
You
be
know,
her. You're right.
like that's where that's where it is. Like she is. That's sincere.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think it's like as we were getting closer, she started to get. I mean, obviously she got more malicious, angry. Um, I mean, like her hair whip that
Mm-hmm.
comes into effect, but the fact that she pulled out scissors and started cutting Becky's hair, like
Mm-hmm.
she showed a different emotion than she's shown in the past, which
Mm-hmm.
I think that boosted up the story going into Mania.
Mm-hmm.
It was more than just the Becky beating Bianca for the title in whatever 24 seconds or whatever it was. Um, it was more than just that. Like, yeah, and it needed to be more than just that to have a good storyline going into the match.
Yeah.
And I think, like, especially, I mean, that's usually how it works, anyways. The better the story, better the match. Um, but I don't know. I want to see. Another thing I think what happened with Bianca was she did kind of get fast tracked. Like she was in NXT and she had her match and stuff, but she wasn't really involved in any like major storylines. Um, She never won the championship. Um, so it was just always like a waiting game of like you know she's gonna get called out. Like she's just because like they just have so much promise for her, and she is. I mean, she's talented like no other really. So I don't. Maybe maybe like she's still like even though she's been up on the main roster for 2 years now. Um, like she's still like in that developmental stage kind of gap. Um, but they're feeding her these opportunities and they're not taking it away from her. Like they're still constantly feeding her and giving her these opportunities. So we'll see how this title reign goes and see what direction they go in. Um, but I think she really needs to keep stepping up as far as her character.
Do you think Bianca has headaches?
Mm, no, so I think she keeps her she lets her hair out a lot and she has
Uh,
it up a lot.
yeah, I would have a headache if my hair was that tight.
Oh yeah, but she's got a strong neck.
Okay. Uh, how do you know?
Oh, look at her. I mean, no.
I think there was something we're talking about even during the match is that like there's something about her that's just not over. Like that there's something for us, for me,
Right,
and,
right.
and not necessarily with the kids. And I really do think it's the kids just being geared towards kids and just being that like almost annoyingly good baby. Uh, but as far as the match goes, I mean.
Oh, great match.
I don't know what to say outside of the fact that, they're if it wasn't for another match on that card that night,
Hmm.
they would have
Yes.
easily had the best match of the evening.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that I already know what you're gonna grade it, which we're gonna agree again. But
Well,
we
I
might not.
mean, Bianca went from having this is the thing. Her and Sasha might have been match of the year last year,
Yes.
and she's up there again to close to the top this year
Yeah.
with Becky. Now, I don't know. I'd have to watch. Like I started to watch this one again, but I didn't get very far, and
Mhm.
it just might have been because I was tired of wrestling. Um,
Mm.
but this may have been a better match than Sasha, but it's hard because of
I don't know if you.
the emphasis on Sasha and Bianca's match.
Well, yeah.
There's more,
Consider.
there's just more to it as far as what the match meant.
Yeah. Well, it's
You
not
know,
the same with Becky, but I tell you what, Becky is.
the storyline though,
Attitude Era used to have WWE used to have The Rock and Austin. I mean, they had
yeah,
Undertaker, but they had The Rock and Austin 1 and 2 punch. I
right,
think right now WWE doesn't have Rock and Austin, but they have Becky Lynch and they have Charlotte Flair. And I, d- I don't want to compare them to Rock and Austin, but I just want to say that um they're pretty fucking good.
oh yeah,
And I think
yeah.
Bianca, this is two WrestleManias in a row where she's had great matches.
Hmm.
So it's not her in-ring work, it's not her wrestling. It's like she's so close. And I think it's just that I don't know about you, but I know for me, it's just I'm like I'm starting to get into that old man range of what I used to like, and
Hmm.
the kiddie stuff just doesn't sit with me. And she's so over with the kids.
Right.
And so
The
I think that's really what's that, and she hasn't really
that's
developed
why I kind
herself
of
fully.
I was so hoping that she would have got that Becky would have somehow got revenge. She didn't have to win because
Hmm.
she didn't. Bianca Belair did defeat Becky for the title, but if Becky had somehow and if Bianca had agreed to it, somehow cut her hair because that would change her character immensely.
Yeah, you would have come out and said, "Listen, ladies, there's 5 toilet paper rolls in store for you."
And we can even glue the toilet paper rolls together to make you a new hair,
You
a
call
new
it
ponytail of toilet paper roll.
the mega roll.
Like that's some arts. That's some arts and craft shit right there. I'm just
Uh,
saying. So you hear me out because
okay.
it's not like people like really agreed or disagreed, but
Mm-hmm.
you do this whole um what was it eye for an eye, throat for a throat, bringing go hair for hair, and Becky gets the hair revenge, and but she's still and she doesn't come out on top. That's fine. But now Becky or Bianca wins, gets the title, but with losing her hair, her gimmick changes. Her entrance changes. She can no longer be spinning her hair around, and she's probably not going to be skipping around. Not that she's not happy or anything, but it's just it doesn't fit. It just losing her ponytail like that would
Well,
change her
yeah.
immensely. And sure, she can be a champion and be mad about it at first. That's fine. She's still going to be overjoyed and happy that she's a champion. So it's not going to affect her in a completely negative way or negative at all. I don't know. I would
Uh,
just because I need something to change for. I need something different for myself. And her getting her getting her hair cut would have totally done that. And I see that as like a genius freaking move.
well, let me tell you, you're right. Just the timing is off. If Bianca Belair is going to have her hair cut, the match is going to be advertised hair for hair. Okay,
I
like
don't want that. I don't want that. 'Cause I would rather have that surprise. That would have been like a holy shit moment.
well, you would have that as a surprise. It makes sense, but the reason Austin wasn't a surprise was because they needed to sell. So I think there's no way Bianca Belair is
And
getting her hair cut unless it's being advertised as hair for hair match.
I can understand that.
Well, I know what you're saying though. Like, here's the thing. I feel like if that hair does get cut,
Hmm.
it might just be the catalyst to kind of give her that extra dimension that might be like what that might
Yeah,
just be
because
off.
she doesn't have to be thinking about it.
No, she doesn't. And I would like to say about this match though, because we're talking a lot about these like,
Yeah, we are.
but here's the thing, because it's built up to the point where we actually do care. That's what we're
Hmm.
talking about it.
Right.
The match itself, I just like to point out outside of like they were just perfect. Okay, I don't remember anything that they really botched and things that they missed. They just made up for it like it was nothing, man. And it's like, and then that's just the difference between somebody who's in there that's just they're good and somebody who's in there and
Yeah.
they're not quite there. Which was more blaring or glaring with Ronda and Charlotte match.
Hmm.
I really feel if it wasn't for Charlotte, it would be probably a lot worse. But I don't want to like discredit Ronda either. But I'm not gonna go there. That match was a little rougher than this match. It was still a good match. Um,
True.
I
Well,
just
this
want to
match is
say the
cool.
hair.
Yeah.
Uh, Becky Lynch understands Bianca Belair's hair,
Right.
and it is a double-edged sword. And I feel like Bianca Belair's hair is maybe it's not as bad, as Drew McIntyre's sword, but it is definitely one of those things where eventually it's going to start getting a little too obvious, a little too um, contrived that the fact that you can't do a lot to Bianca Belair's hair. I think part of the reason is not that other people who wrestle her are not clever enough to use the hair, which I used to bitch about all the time. I realized that it's because the hair is her moneymaker. So you can't be yanking on her fucking hair and her head every single week and every
Right.
like uh, as often, I guess. But at the same time, it kind of becomes that Drew McIntyre sword thing where it's like,
Hmm.
okay, well, what are we doing here? It's becoming a liability type of thing. I don't know. That's what I feel like about her hair. It's a double-edged sword, and you are absolutely right. If that goes away, it would give her that extra dimension. It would give her that extra thing to where she doesn't have to rely on that anymore. And so
Right.
for now, it's like talent. Like talent in the beginning, talent really propels you. But eventually, you can't rely on talent. You have to get better. You have to get more seasoned. You have to get more reliant on developing a discipline because the talent can become an anchor after a while, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what her hair feels like. Her hair feels like it's slowly starting to get to the point where it might just be better to not have it.
Yeah. I hope we eventually get to that point. I
But
just think
I
it'll be.
guarantee you that it's not going to be a surprise.
I mean, I just,
It's
I
going to
would
be
really not.
advertised.
I would. I mean, I get it. I get that, and you advertise that, people are gonna want to see that.
Yeah, it's called
And
bun for bun.
then it's like, I don't know. But either way, I wish it would have. I thought, man, that would have freaking put it over the top. Um, and like you said, Becky still would have had to win, but it's all right. Um,
Unfortunately, yes. So what? I know what you're gonna grade it. Jesus, man. Okay. All right. We agree. We have agreed so far, but
maybe,
I'm gonna
maybe we
let
should.
you.
Maybe we should have did 1 to 10 if you wanted big differences. You
No,
know.
I guess we're learning. So there's a lot of toilet paper
Um,
rolls. We're gonna kill a lot of trees.
Well, this is getting. Oh man, I mean, it's tough though because like it's not far from a five, but I'm giving it 4.
Me
Uh,
too.
it's really close to a 5.
Yeah.
I feel like there should. I feel like there should only be 1 5. Like
The only
that's
reason it's not five is because there was a five for
if
me.
if, if Bianca got her haircut, it would have been.
It would have been a six. It would have been a two-ply five.
I mean, it would have been huge. I don't know.
Two-ply strong and soft, you know?
We're going to Costco for that, man.
That's right. Yeah. If we do more toilet paper rolls, this is gonna turn into just like toilet paper roll picture all over the screen. That's it. Uh yeah, I give them 4 out of 5 stars,
I
and
give a
they them. I Yeah, I give them 4 as well. And the only reason it's 4 is because there are 5-star matches that have happened
right.
on the same card. So
Yeah, I
that's the only
mean,
reason they get 4.
like if you could only watch one, uh, I don't
Hmm.
know. Both they were both good nights.
Yeah.
Matches wise, I mean, Saturday was notch all like pretty much all the way through almost. Um,
Well, Becky and Bianca get 8 out of 10. And
yeah,
the only reason they don't get higher is because there's a couple of matches. I don't want to say, but there are matches out there. There were 5. So
Yeah, Becky won the Raw Women's Championship this year. She won the SmackDown Championship last year, both at WrestleMania. So yeah, see where it goes this year, and yeah, see where they both end up going. Neither one was Bianca was on Raw, but it wasn't anything to tell you what's going on in their near futures. So um, yeah,
we get a 8 out of 10, and it was great outing. The best women's match
all by far.
both nights.
Yeah.
So yeah, enjoyed it. I agree with you. Obviously, I don't think you're ever gonna see that hair come off unless it's advertised. And I know what you mean. I know what you want. I agree with you. It's not gonna
Well, it's all right. I'll take that. I'm usually disappointed anyway. So,
happen.
um, but
Story of my life, bro.
the day the day that my name gets put on a check to get paid as a writer, the hair
Ah,
off.
hair is coming off. It's a bikini wax for your whole body.
I mean, just the ponytail.
No, 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 no. She just eyebrows, everything. She shows up, just albino. I just, I don't know. I thought it'd be funny, but never mind. Okay, 8 out of 10. 4 toilet paper rolls each. So far, the best match we reviewed, but that's gonna change. Dun dun dun.